Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, mic check 1 2, 1 2. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Camera 64 podcast. I am your host, Alfonso Chavez, and as always, we are coming to you from sunny San Antonio, Texas, home of the Spurs, who have been doing fantastic, by the way. If you're not a San Antonio, chances are you probably could care less about the Spurs, and that's totally understandable. But if you live here in San Antonio, we get excited every time there's a win, and they've been beating some pretty good teams here of late, which is very exciting for being such a young team. But enough about the Spurs for right now. Today, guys, I come to you because I want to talk to you about something that's been going on for me personally, and I just can't seem to wrap my head fully around it. Not that I've come to an end, but I've come to a kind of like, I was jokingly going to say coming to Jesus talk. But no, that's not what it is at all. It's just I'm at a situation, or I'm at a point right now in my photography where I can't seem to make up my mind. Do I want to move ahead? Do I want to refocus? Do I want to change my strategy? And the thoughts just keep coming to mind. Like something is telling me that I should maybe have a rethink of what it is that I'm doing. I still want to do photography, obviously, but I just want to change the way I do it. That may include some changes that may be accepted by some people, and some people may be turned off by it. And one of the things we talked a little bit about it in the last episode was having photo books made at every session. That's something that I'm going to do from now on. There's no question or thought about that. But I also want to change kind of some of the deliverables that I do. Also, I definitely want to do more personal projects, things that don't involve customers, things that I do for my own personal, love for photography, and getting out with my family and doing some stuff as far as that is concerned too, because I kind of feel like I'm losing my edge. I feel like it's becoming repetitive, and I don't want that to happen, at least not right now, or anytime in the future for that matter, because if nothing else, I can no longer make it a business, but rather make it something that's more of a hobby, go back to being a hobbyist, as they say. But for right now, there's just a lot to think about, and I'm not sure which direction I really want to go at this point, because I keep pondering all my different ideas in my head, different solutions to those ideas, and how I can make it all work. Is it viable for me to continue doing what I'm doing at the rate of pay that I get, and making it still fun but yet profitable at the same time? And I've even had thoughts about just ditching all profits in photography and just doing it strictly as a hobby for family and friends, and maybe the occasional person call me, and maybe doing it like a kind of like I take the pictures and whatever they care to give me, there's no actual cost to them, and just taking tips might be a way for me to maybe take my creativity in a different level. I think being a paid photographer is a lot of fun, because you what's the right words? What am I looking for? What am I looking to say? I guess what I'm trying to say is that the money is fun in the beginning, and it helps you buy everything. But to be honest, I've got everything that I could possibly need as far as photography is concerned, and being able to create what I want to create. I have absolutely everything that I need at this point. So there's really nothing else that I really need. Now, the fact that sometimes you want to have flexibility, and what I mean by that is being able to create what you want when you want it, and not have to be on any kind of a timeline. I think maybe the timeline fact might be some of it. The fact that it's getting more and more difficult for people to part ways with their money for good photography, which is another problem. Granted, I'm blessed. I'm thankful that I don't have that problem. People will still call me. We do take a lot of calls that people that want to basically lowball us, and I don't accept those calls. I turn I turn away a lot more work than I actually do for that reason, unless it's family or friends or something like that. But I do turn away a lot of work for that reason, because I just don't feel like I should be taken advantage of. And people that are doing it on purpose and spitefully, yeah, I definitely will not do that. And I want to encourage other new photographers as well. Don't feel that you absolutely have to do a job because, you know, you need to get $500 to maybe purchase your next camera or your next flash. You know, don't feel pressure. Don't feel that you have to do absolutely everything that they're requesting of you, especially if it's not something that you do on the regular or you offer up regularly. Don't feel that you have to do that. And so I guess that's kind of where I'm at, you know. It's been tough. We've had to reinvent ourselves several times over the years. As some of you might know, I started in sports photography, which was great back in the early 2000s. It was a really good time. There was a lot of money to be made. With digital, it just made the job a lot faster to do. So you could, you know, shoot 500 or 600 kids, and you would get a whole bunch of orders off those 5 or 6 kids. But when it started getting closer to the 2010 mark, that just became, I won't say unprofitable, but you did break even on a lot of those, simply because even if you shot 500 kids before, you used to get, you know, 400 orders, and then those 400 orders slowly became 300 orders, and then down to 200 orders. And towards the end, I can't even make this stuff up. And if you've done this type of photography, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You could shoot 500 kids and get 100 orders or less. Now, for me, that's a lot of work. I've got to hire a lot of people to help get those pictures taken care of in a timely manner, only to have parents not buy. You know, that's very, very hard to swallow. And not only that, but it's a lot of work to have to dig through all those kids and figure out who's paid, who hasn't paid, what packages need to be filled for each child. It's just a huge hassle. But most importantly, it became unprofitable. Or very close to breaking even, or just very small profits, which in my opinion were just not worth it anymore. So I had to reinvent myself to do more events, do more quinceañeras, weddings, private parties. And for a while there, I started doing a lot of nonprofit work too. And I got over that pretty quickly too. Simply because, I won't even go into it, because that's a whole story unto itself. But the fact of the matter is that there was no return on any of those, even though you were doing them for free. The reason you do stuff for free is because you're trying to hopefully meet somebody that might want to get family pictures, or might have a son or daughter that's graduating. But the truth of the matter is that you very, very rarely to never get any referrals from those types of free jobs. So that being what it is, I just decided that I was no longer going to do that. I left that to other people, and then I kind of focused more on doing portraits, weddings, and quinceañeras. Now, there is money to be made still in those realms or those particular fields, but again, there's just a whole bunch of competition, which I'm not complaining about the competition at all, because that wasn't my problem. My problem was the fact that I had customers who would visit my website and see that I charged $2,000, and then they want to call me and hire me, and they would offer me $300. So that I'm sorry, but those are the kind of customers, or those are the kind of clients that you do not want. Not only do they not want to pay, but the fact is that those clients that pay the $300 or $400, those are the most pickiest people, and they will nitpick you from here to the end of the dawn. Versus a customer who's paying, $2,000 or $3,000, more than likely they're going to pay you and get out of the way, and they're going to trust that you know what it is that you're doing. And it all has to do with the fact that they're paying $3,000. They just automatically assume that you know what you're doing, and that you're going to use the right equipment, and you're also going to deliver the right product in a high quality format, which is exactly what we do. But the $300 person, for them, they feel like, oh my gosh, I spent $300, so I need to make sure I get my complete value. And they will just, they will tear you a new one, guys. They will be on your back. They'll be calling you every other day, wanting to know where their stuff is at. It's just a nightmare, and I would not recommend that to anybody. And so that is where I'm at with that. And so my thought process now is, can I figure out a different way to do photography, to do videos like this, and somehow make a profit? So I've been spending a whole lot of my time just kind of investigating, researching, and trying to figure out a way to make that possible. Hopefully it'll work out for me, and it may not. I might go down in flames, right? I'm not going to stop doing weddings and quinces. I'm just going to make it more difficult for new customers to find me and hire me. And I'm going to take the customer base that I have right now and just work that customer base. And thankfully, it's a large number of people who do still call me on the regular to get family pictures, to do their upcoming daughter's wedding or their upcoming son's graduation, so on and so forth. But you get the idea. And I'm going to stick to those customers. I'm going to really work those customers really hard. And then I'm also going to spend a little bit more time doing this, recording videos, talking to you about photography, and just keeping it real, as they say. Talk about photography and let people know that, do I really want to be a photographer? And that's going to be a question that I'm going to try and answer in a future video, but it's something that I definitely thought about. And also ways that you could possibly make more money. Now, the thing about making more money is you kind of almost have to have your own niche. And for me, the new niche has been making the books. People really like making the books, and so I'm going to charge a little bit more. I'm going to create books that are just a lot nicer. I'm going to try and source better books, fancier books, nicer presentation of the books. So that's going to be my new niche. I'm going to really work on that, and I'm going to try and get away from the fact or the idea that people just want a digital. You know, if you just want digital, then yeah, I'm not the person you want to call. If you're looking for somebody just to take your pictures and hand them over to you on a USB drive, that's no longer going to be me. So I'm going to kind of take a new direction. Let's see how it goes. Let's see where it leads me. It might lead me to my demise, or it might push me up. Who knows, right? We won't know until I actually get out there and do it. But I definitely wanted to let you guys know, and I hope you're following along on my story, because there's still a lot of story to be told. And I will continue to share, and I will eventually get to hopefully offering up some training classes for you guys, totally free. I'm not going to charge anything for any videos that I make as far as learning photography, but I am thinking about doing events, personal events for people that want to come meet with me, hang out with me, allow them to teach them how to use their camera in person, teach them how to find good locations to take pictures, so on and so forth, and basically make you a better photographer behind the camera as well as behind the computer, editing and a whole lot, or basically everything that's involved in photography, because it's a lot more than just taking pictures, right? That's the idea. That's where I'm headed to. But I'm going to go ahead and pull it to a close. I just wanted to let you guys know how I felt about everything and some of the changes that I'm making. I've withdrawn from Facebook at this point. I've withdrawn from Instagram at this point too. I'm just going to kind of take a step back so I can really concentrate on what it is that I'm trying to do. And so for right now, that's making videos. So I'm really hoping that you join along. If you're enjoying the videos, guys, please subscribe. Without the subscription, I cannot move up. I cannot bump ahead without your help, guys. I can't do it by myself. If I could go on there and push the button down there by myself, I would definitely do it for all of you guys. But please, if you could help me out by subscribing, we greatly appreciate it. A thumbs up is even better, and a thumbs down is also welcome, because if it's not a good video, then I definitely want that thumbs down so that I know that I'm not producing a good video, guys. So with that, guys, if you want to visit us, our website, we stepped away from the website as of right now too, and that will be going back up, but for right now it's not up. But when it does go up, it'll be at www.camera64.com. You can always shoot me a message. It's Alfonso, my name, at camera64.com. And we look forward to hearing from you guys, and we hope that you are doing well, and that at the start of this new year, you've you find some new energy, which is what I'm hoping to find to start the year off good. But till next time, go ahead and just keep shooting, guys. Keep shooting. Make all your mistakes. Get all your bad pictures out of the way so you can start taking some good ones. You take care. Bye-bye.